Hey everybody, today I'm going to go through how to create a play to add contacts to a list and to a sequence. I specifically love using this part in Apollo because it basically puts my prospecting on autopilot. I still do prospect manually, but this is really great to kind of fill those gaps where maybe I'm like in a meeting. I can have this reaching out at the same time. So first of all, in order to set up a play like this, you'll want to have a list created, and you'll also want a sequence created as well. So go over and do those two things before you create your play. This one, I'm just going to be focusing on creating the play. So you'll want to create play, and I usually create one from scratch. So it just kind of brings me here. Usually it'll have like templates and stuff, but I prefer just to start from scratch. In order to have a play add people to a sequence and a list, you'll have to add the target type as people, not companies. The option isn't available under the companies. Name your play, include your description. Usually I like to include what this play is going to be doing, so that if somebody is looking at it, they know precisely what the play does. And then sometimes you can do it on a specific event. There's a lot of different things here, like, this person was added to a list, or maybe they're already in a sequence and you want to create a sequence where somebody has responded, or the email has been something has been clicked in the email a couple of times. In order for this one to kind of start, what I like to do is have it run on a specific date. So I usually go run daily, and I usually will set a time frame, usually in the morning. And then under advanced options, because I have an email limit that I want to adhere to, I will go process only maybe 200 people a day, for example. That's pretty much the safe amount for my email address right now. If eligible, how many times should the same person be added to this play? So only once. We don't want the people going through it twice. When you go to add filters, what I love about this is you can create a persona. So I've already created a persona for the type of person that I want to reach out to. So if you don't have a persona created, you can go through these filters and sort of select who you want to target. I know that a lot of you are really familiar with these filters and how to use them. So I won't go into detail on this one. One thing to keep in mind, though, is to make sure that you are using the email status as verified. We don't want our emails bouncing. And then the other piece is if they are in a sequence, like if you have a lot of sequences in the system already, I think Alex and Bob have some sequences, you might want to exclude those, right? So exclude sequences. So make sure you're not contacting the same people that other people may be contacting. So to avoid that, make sure you add other people's sequences to this filter. So exclude sequences under the advanced option here. And that will help us to not be contacting the same people. As well, if you can also add, you can exclude people who are on lists as well. So let me see if I can find that here. Lists. So at the top here, there's the list option. In advanced settings, you can exclude and you can kind of select everybody's lists so that you don't have we're contacting the same people. So make sure you do that. Then you save your filter. Once your filters are saved, you can kind of move down into the actions. So plays are just a fancy a way of explaining that they're automated. So the create an alert call to action, usually this is the add contact to list. So then I go and I'll add it to a list. You can add it to multiple lists if you want. You can make it visible to everybody or yourself or whoever. And then down here, this is where I would add a contact to sequence, select your sequence. and then make sure that it's sent from like yourself. So either the contact owner. The contact owner is if you've selected the list it's going into, and say for example I own the list, but Alex is setting up the play. Then the email would actually get sent from me. So you're going to want to make sure that you select a specific user and then select yourself, unless you're sending for someone else. You can also hit rotate mailbox, and what that's going to do is it's going to rotate through the mailboxes that are available. But to keep things clean and simple, let's just use just ourselves for now. And then that way we don't worry about, somebody else sending too many emails from other people's emails and who owns the lead and all that stuff. So let's just keep it simple. Once that's all set up, you should be able to save your changes. Plays will automatically be set to inactive. So in order to activate this, you'll want to just hit this little toggle button to activate it. Excuse me. But once that's all set, so mine is time triggered. It's turned on. It's going to start basically tomorrow. So once this is set, I'm going to check back tomorrow and make sure everything is running smoothly. But in a nutshell, that is how you create a play that adds a contact to a list, as well as adding it to a sequence, which means that your sequence is going to start sending emails to these people automatically. All right, if you have any other questions, or you want me to make another Loom video kind of covering anything else, let me know. Thanks, guys.